And you know what? Last night, Sauce Gardner, deservingly so, won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
No, you're a hater.
And I'm not here to justify it or make you feel any better. Aidan Hutchinson, can we all agree? Phenomenal player.
Phenomenal.
The future is bright. Nick Bosa potential, maybe TJ Watt potential, who knows?
Yeah.
Kid is unbelievable. Having said that, there was one corner in the NFL who gave up the fewest yards in man coverage, who only allowed a single touchdown, who was all-pro his rookie season, and not only all-pro, was the best corner in all of football, and that was Sauce Gardner. And if you are the best at your position, your rookie year, how the fuck do I not award you that award? How?
Yeah, that's...
How? You are the best corner, acknowledged by your peers, coaches, everybody. All-pro #1. Over Patrick Surtain. And I'm not supposed to give you that award? Come on, guys. Oh, he won the Pepsi Defensive or Rookie or whatever the hell that stupid award was. Wow!
Pepsi Rookie of the Year. The real Rookie of the Year.
It was actually like the Pepsi
which is fan voted,
Zero
which tells
Sugar.
you everything you need to know about why fans should never have a say on the Pro Bowl or awards in general. Because they're stupid and they're wrong and they're biased.
But you don't care what the fans think?
No, I don't. Not when it comes to awards and acknowledgements. No, I don't give a shit.
That's why he won the Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Good, he
whatever,
could win the
whatever,
fucking
whatever
Coca-Cola
award.
Blockbuster I don't give a fuck award.
Wow. Seems a bit aggressive,
When it comes to acknowledging the best players at their position.
Good award.
When we talk
Thank
about
you,
offensive
Jackson. It's a good
rookie,
award.
defensive rookie of the year, there were no two greater rookies than Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson at the respective side of the ball. And no one's going to talk me off of it. You can cry about Aiden all you want. I'm not, because the Lions got a pass rusher for the next 10, 11 years. I'm good with that.
And we had this discussion too, by the way. Garrett Wilson versus Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, it was obviously I thought Kenneth Walker, but you said Garrett Wilson. No, I don't even remember the conversation.
No,
to be
you're
honest.
right. You're right.
Yeah. You said Garrett Wilson. And I was like, oh no, in that offense, 1,000 yards.
And some people were frustrated Kenneth Walker didn't win it,
but I don't blame him.
Yeah.
And I think the point you made was, look at that offense, the quarterback in and out. He made the most of it. He did. So I'm not mad about it.
It was a good day yesterday for two cities, New York and Detroit. And I'll tell you why. Detroit, obviously, we don't need to speak too much on it. You had Sauce Gardner, Detroit native, win the award. And then you had Aidan Hutchinson come in second, another Michigan native. The other part of it is New York, and my goodness, New York, the Jets won the Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. You got Sauce and Garrett Wilson, and not to mention their Hall of Fame inductees. I mean, you have Darrelle Revis, who rightfully so, and Joe Klecko, rightfully so. So, New York benefited yesterday. It was a good day for the city, but like you said, I have no problem with Sauce. We made this argument all year, and it was nothing against Aidan Hutchinson. It's more the importance of what Sauce is doing at his position. If Sauce came out a year later, it would be Aidan and Sauce both winning it individually, but they're in the same year, so you got to have these debates, and we never really shied away from it. Sauce to us was always the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I mean, how nice would it be to draft the Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Oh, it's unreal.
Oh, and by the way,
can't get the quarterback right.
And by the way, I was just going to say, if it wasn't Garrett Wilson and had this individual stayed healthy, it would have been another Jets player, Breece Hall. Think about it.
What a draft.
The Jets absolutely hit a home run this past draft. My goodness. And to everybody saying that Sauce Gardner, he wouldn't be the player he is in Detroit because that defensive front is unbelievable with the Jets. Shut up. Patrick Surtain is good anywhere. Jalen Ramsey's good anywhere. Jalen Ramsey was an all-pro corner on a 3-13 Jacksonville Jaguars team. Doesn't fucking matter. Great players step up, and they're great. I know this is hard for Detroit Lions fans to understand because you're too busy sucking Jeff Okudah's dick for doing nothing for 4 years, but here we are. But it's okay. Excellent corners work anywhere. It doesn't matter how good or bad the defensive line is. If they're the elite, great ones, which Sauce is, they work. Patrick Surtain, great. J.C. Horn, great. Sauce Gardner now, great. There's no debate. So you can diminish it. You can talk however you want to talk to yourself. Convince yourself that Sauce isn't good. Be my guest. Or that he wouldn't be great in Detroit. But I promise you one thing. Sauce Gardner 1000% would be the same player in Detroit. He would be the same player anywhere else. The only position you can argue your success changes based on circumstance is quarterback. If Patrick Mahomes shows up to the 0-16 Cleveland Browns team, he's still kind of Patrick Mahomes, but he's not this version of Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Quarterback position, you can argue that. Not for defensive players. Not for wide receivers. Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson anywhere he goes. Amon-Ra St. Brown is whoever he is, wherever he goes, if given the opportunity. So I don't want to hear it. Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald wherever he goes. So stop the nonsense. The Defensive Rookie of the Year, they got it right. Defensive Player of the Year, by the way, Nick Bosa, you called it before the season.
Yeah, rightfully
I went
so.
with Joey, you went with Nick, by the way, good job. Offensive Player of the Year, rightfully so, Justin Jefferson. I think there was no doubt there.
No, we called that,
that
from
was,
a mile away.
That was easy.
Yeah, he deserved
MVP, I think rightfully so, Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts, a good second. I think he deserved to be in that conversation. And then you go to Coach of the Year, Brian Dable. Again, I have no issue with him.
No.
Brian Dable took over a roster that had no business winning 4 games this year. And they won 9 and got to the playoffs and won a playoff game.
Yeah, that means more. I mean, the receivers, dude. I mean, come on. Daniel Jones was essentially last year a throwaway. So what Dable did this year is extremely impressive. So I really had no issue with any of these awards. I think they're all rightfully decided. MVP, we know Patrick Mahomes, like you said, Brian Dable. I know Nick Sirianni was in that conversation, but what Dable did with that roster deserves all the credit. So I have no problem with any of these awards. And then we had both Jets win the offensive and defensive rookie of the years. And then we had the moment of the year, obviously Justin Jefferson's catch against Buffalo, which rightfully so. So no problem with me. No argument here.
All right, fair enough. Here's what we're going to do. We're in transition a little bit. But, by the way, preview for next season. You think Aidan Hutchinson legitimately contends for a Defensive Player of the Year award?
Not next year.
Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, Garrett,
I mean, you got to get
Myles Garrett,
17 sacks.
TJ Watt.
You know, you got to be
I mean,
up
it's going to... Well, let's talk about that for just 2 minutes. Early, super early projection for next year. If I were to tell you, give me Aidan Hutchinson's second year in the NFL, statistically, what would it be?
I'd say double-digit sacks.
So he reaches that number this
say
year. I would
so.
agree. I would say 11 and a half.
I would agree.
I
yeah.
would take that. I don't think he'll get 3 interceptions again. I think that's ridiculous. But everything else, he's fair game, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking for 11, 12 sacks. That'd be nice.
Yeah, the game's slowing down a little bit for him. So, and you add more talent around him. Yeah, I'm not worried about Aidan. What do you had 9.5 this year? He'll get to double-digit next year. I believe that.
James Houston will be in the talk for Defensive Player of the Year. James Houston's an odd one, man.
I mean, dude, if he played 17 games, he'd have, what, like 18 sacks?
Yeah, we say that, but...
And I'm not saying he would, but that's kind of
on
sample
pace.
size. Yeah.
He was on pace, yes.
On pace.
I don't know what I think of James Houston, to be honest with all of you. I'm not going to sit here and anoint him because he was only really on pass rushing downs. He was an effective pass rusher. How does he develop in the offseason? Does he get late? I don't know. I really don't. I want to say he's going to be really good, but I don't. I
don't know if you caught lightning in a bottle with the
you don't know.
that stretch of games.
You don't know if he was just hot for that stretch of games, and this upcoming year he gets you 4.5 sacks. And then everyone's like, oh, we can't pay him. So, let's just look for impact.
Yeah.
All right? See how many pressures he gets. Let's look at things other than sacks. The sacks were nice, don't get me wrong. The open field tackle he made on Justin Fields, unbelievable. Probably one of the best tackles I've seen all year. But I'm not sure what to make of him yet.
Yeah.
I'm really not.
And that's why people say when you talk about drafting another defensive lineman, it's like, no, we have Houston.
You got a lot.
Edge rusher.
You got a lot.
It don't matter. You just take the best player, and if it's an edge rusher, take him. Like I don't want to say, yeah, we're good at edge. We got Houston. Love James Houston, but no, you're not in that position yet. You want to be like some of these other teams, the 49ers or the Eagles? Depth. Just keep taking them. Yeah.
You want depth. There's nothing wrong with having 6, 7 guys that can show up on your defensive line at any moment. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what the Lions were really good at, by the way, once upon a time. I think people forget we had a top 5 defense ever, statistically, in NFL history.
And a pass rush.
And it was because of that front 7.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Forte.
Yeah. Dude, that defense, they could take plays off and have stud players out on the field. Depth matters, man. It really does. Kirby Joseph, 10 interceptions next year, 13 of Aaron Rodgers. Sticks around in Green Bay. You know what? I gotta say, Kirby Joseph, man. That was... You know, we talk about Malcolm Rodriguez and the nice story he was. But, you know, third round, walking in, a tough situation. Tracy Walker goes down. To be the player, the ball-hawking safety he was year one. So very happy with his performance this year. So, shout out to Kirby Joseph. Unbelievable.